Go to the second.
Hello.
Oh, mute yourself first because you're still trying to. Now you want to know our so I try to speak from this audio. You want to say the audio on the go to audio, put the arrow. So you need to switch to
No, not this one. This one is the computer. Use another one. Not this one. I got first sticker on. Sticker on.
wow, what difference one?
Got.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our club. So just put it there. Sorry. I leave it here. I leave it here.
Can see, I extend here so can see.
I think the number of hybrid meeting, the best so far is the corporate one, Gamuda, and even the, but then they got the money because the pro gear and all. The problem is the even the very impressive. Very smooth, only the drag button power set it up. So later on, of sticker to drag the 4 years. Yes, yeah. They have it, you know. That's not the camera. Problem. Maybe we could get. And I know that the people online, and I just talk here. Oh, Lisa, hi Lisa, you can't see me, right? Okay,
Hello.
Hi Lisa.
Hi.
You hear me and how long? You come to my line. Oh, you can. Okay, I think maybe I will. I'm not sure. But I think it's fine. This is the camera. From camera. From red is that? Don't know what red. Chiclet red. Chiclet red. Red. Red no problem. Red and infra have very different. People don't get to see you. I'm the job for sometimes they are market company that goes to my
Cái này thì cái này gì cái này gì cái này gì cái này gì có gì gì
Really thì cũng ở đó
Give me some your method so you can tell you. Give me some your method so you can tell you.
Sorry. Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Now yes.
Okay, good. I was wondering, can I, because as a table topics evaluator, is the table topics master there?
No, not here yet.
Not here. Okay. Maybe the person can get my number, right? Just text me the what's that, the topics, no, the topic.
Oh, you want that?
Just in case, yeah, just in case I can't hear or something.
Okay. I will ask him to text you later.
Okay, because it's the person is coming physically, right?
I think online. He didn't say
Online. Oh, okay.
so. Yeah, maybe online.
Now it's better, the line. Just now it's a bit shaky.
Oh, you mean the voice is clearer, is it?
Now the voice is clearer. Just now it's very like breaking up.
Yeah, because I'm closer to the mic now. Just now I was very far away.
Nice. Okay. So if the person's holding the mic, then I'll be able to hear better. I think.
Yeah, it's a clip one. You can just, if I clip it on me, then I can just move around with the mic. Just now I didn't take the mic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can invite people. Still got time, huh? See whether anyone wants to come or not. I shall try to pass the link. How many physically people are coming? Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 now. For now, 5.
5.
I need to prepare something. Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, go. I will invite more people online.
You need what? Bisa langsung tunggu message the topic name. Oh, bisa awal EE. Yes, NG pada level. Yes.
Hello. Hello, Angie. Yeah, hi.
So,
Tinisha, is it? Welcome.
thank you so much for inviting me. I'm trying to get others from my home club to come as well. Sunday Toastmasters. So hope they come.
No problem. Anytime. Next time you want to come also can.
Physically, right? Yeah.
Physically also can. A hybrid also can. Yeah. Okay. Bian, can you send the timer color to me, just as I try to be backup?
Angie, it is in the role players link.
Oh, the timer, I mean the background with
How about like this?
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
No problem.
How about like this, Angie? Later, right, for the role player introduction, if Coming is not here yet.
Yes, if Coming not arrived yet.
You introduce the timer role. Is that okay?
No problem.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So can you please try with the background? If you can, then you as a backup timer.
Yeah, I
cannot,
try
you
to
let me
put.
know. Yeah.
I try to put on the background first and try.
She helped us a lot.
Oh,
in here, is it? She also came here physical meeting once, but every time online she was attending because she had concern on the COVID situation. Yeah, which just to let you know, for this meeting we cannot do the audience view. Huh? Because Jane said we need to have another webcam. Yeah. Because you see the audience. The line.
Usually don't do that because you don't need it.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah. 它是上面的，上楼下，等一下我问一问他们一下，is beyond here? I don't see beyond. 我叫 Beyond 我叫他打电话给你。OK， 好的，等下。Also, you understand, I modified my training to get about 80% of the effectiveness of the face-to-face. I can achieve about 80%. I can do it. I installed the day. I really basically like that. But I mean, it's still better to stay. Actually, the rest of the day is got no.
Everyone. Hello, good evening. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Esther.
Oh, okay. So right now it's 7:30, so I guess we'll start our meeting now. So very good evening to President, fellow Toastmasters, and our guests. And so I'm Esther. I'm the ASAA for this meeting, and we'd like to thank our guests for attending our meeting. I can from our agenda, I can see that we have Tinisa from Sunway Toastmasters Club and our GE Sivalingam from Etienne Singalingam from Diutama Toastmasters Club. So a big welcome to them. So I guess I'll kick off this meeting with a short ice-breaking session. So as y'all can see from our agenda, from our slides, our theme for today's meeting is live with no regrets. So what that personally means to me is that when I live with no regrets, I do things, I make memories, and I would do it again a second time, just because I love it so much. So I have a question for all of you attending here today. What is one memory that you have that you want to relive again for a second time? I guess I'll start. So a memory that I want to relive again is my first experience camping. I guess I really loved the adrenaline from how new the experience was. And it was my first experience doing something together with my university classmates. So considering it was the first experience for all of us, it just made the whole memory really special. So I really want to re-experience that memory again. So maybe one of our guests can answer this question. What is a memory that you would like to relive again? Maybe we can have Tinisa.
Thank you so much, SAA, Esther. If I were to choose which memory to relive again, I think it would be when I competed for humorous speech contest last year and won area C4, second place. It was very interesting to go through that feeling of being the first time being a public speaker, and it was very nice as I didn't know that I had that kind of energy to make people laugh. So I think that if I could do a redo to make people laugh again, I think that would be the memory that I would bring back. That's all for me. Thank you, Esther.
Oh, such a lovely memory that you share with us. And of course, congratulations. And anyone else that wants to share with us? Let me try to see who's at the physical setting. Can't really see. It's okay. Maybe Angie, would you like to share?
Can I listen back the question again?
Okay, so what is one memory that you have that you want to relive again? You want to go through that experience again? Yeah.
Go through the experience again. I think I want to go through back when I was small because that time is the happiest time. I think for everyone also the same. Yeah, because our memory is very simple mind and live happily. Yeah, and a happy life. Back to you, Esther.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, childhood memories, really good. Okay, is Juan there in the physical space?
No.
Let's have someone in the physical space share with us your favorite memory that you want to relive.
Hi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My favorite memory is when Esther called me. I'm just kidding. My favorite memory is when I skipped school together with my friends to play basketball. So I would definitely experience it again. I did not regret skipping school. Thank you so much. Back to you, Esther.
Okay. Maybe Joanne, you can help to nominate someone from the physical space there.
I pick MK.
Oh, go Milton.
Hi, good evening. So the memory that I would like to enact or re-back is the same as Jen with my friends in which we skip school to go and play with my friends and colleague either as basketball or into the cyber cafe and etc. So that is one of the scene that I will probably reenact back. And I would like to pass the control back to Esther.
All right, thank you for sharing. Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of childhood memories, really happy times. Let's have a guest to come in. Maybe Kai Xian. Yeah, Kai Xian, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
So, yeah, what's the memory that you want to relive again?
The memory that I want to relive again, maybe I think it's my uni life. Yeah, because I'm just graduated like around 1 year ago. Like after working in this society, I feel like, oh, my uni is better. Yeah, okay, that's all.
Yeah, relatable. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Kai Xuan. And maybe we can do one more. Any volunteers? Yeah, I feel like I've been picking people. Any volunteers? Something's happening at the physical space. You see? Oh no. Okay. It's okay. I can pick one. So our last lucky person would be Paramas. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Esther. I was actually trying to unmute myself. The happy memory that I have is when my club a few years ago had only 3 members renewing. And the then president said, we will close down the club. I went to see the CEO and he said, no, he doesn't own the club. The company owns the club. We will get members. And by the time we had to submit the renewals, we had about 20 members to renew. And I will never, ever forget that incident, because from 3 members, we became 20 members.
Wow.
Over to you, Esther.
Well, such growth, and thank you for sharing that story with us. Such an inspiration. So I think that's all that we have for today's icebreaker. But those that want to share, feel free to put it in the Zoom comments. I'm sure we'd love to read that. So up next is the house rules. Can we have the slides for that display? Or okay, I can display it, I guess. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for the slides. So generally our house rules, whether you're online or in the physical space, ensure that your phone is on silent mode and mute your microphone when you are not speaking. And of course, especially if you are in the online space, if you're speaking, make sure you pin the video of the timer when you speak. Yeah, and when you're in the physical space, just look at the timer. And next up is the word of the day. It is satisfaction. So it's basically the pleasant feeling you get when you receive something that you wanted or you did something that you wanted to. So here's an example on how to use satisfaction. I do my best to live with no regrets so that my life is full of satisfaction. Now that is all for me. I'm going to pass over for the presiding opening address. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much to our Sergeant at Arms for today, Esther. A very good evening to fellow Toastmasters and our guests attending our meeting today. Our visiting Toastmasters today, we have distinguished Toastmaster Siwa Lingam from D Utama Toastmasters Club. We have Toastmaster coming from Togrove Toastmasters Club. We have Tinisha Oy from Home Club Sunway Toastmasters Club. Welcome. Welcome to our meeting. This is meeting 388. It is our pleasure to have you all in our meeting today. The theme for our meeting today is Live with No Regrets. As we are living in this era of information overloaded, too much of information, most of the people, they are not living in the present due to all these informations. A lot of people, they tend to always think about the past or regretting about the past or even thinking about their future that has not come. This tend to disconnect them from the present moment. It is just like right now, we are attending this meeting, but we are easily distracted by the WhatsApp message that is coming in, and our mind are easily shifted to think about the content of the WhatsApp message. I used to be a person who always not living in the present as well, especially during schooling time. When the teacher was teaching, my mind was always wandering, thinking about something else. Sometimes I would think about how will be my outing with my friends after school. Or sometimes I would think about the movie that I watched last night. And this took me out of the moment when the teacher was teaching. Usually after the class, when I tried to recall back, I couldn't remember what the teacher was teaching in the class. And I found that I learned nothing from the class that day. So today, I found that because of every time I was not living in the present, I have missed a lot of precious moments with everyone around me, a lot of amazing people in my life. The people in my life, they are kind of touch and go without deeper connections. So today, being in the present moment is about being here. When we are truly present in the moment, we feel deeply connected with others. So today, I would like to encourage everyone to being present in this moment, to enjoy this meeting, to fully participate in this meeting, connect yourself with everyone in this meeting, to live your life with no regrets, and to create a satisfied moment for today. With that, I shall now hand over the control to distinguished Toastmaster Paramex to take charge of the invocation sessions.
Thank you very much, President Young. It is a pleasure to present this invocation to your club. A father and his very young daughter were walking in the park, and she was enjoying her walk because she hadn't been out to the dad for a long time. And as they came to the end of the lake, there was a bridge. And that bridge was rickety, broken bridge. And this girl had an ice cream in one hand, and while she was jumping around, she suddenly caught hold of the father's hand. And when she saw the bridge, oh gosh, this is a broken bridge, she went. And she said, Dad, can you hold my hand? And the dad went, you were holding my hand. What is wrong with you? Continue holding my hand. And she went, Dad, if I keep holding your hand and I fall into the stream, I will let go of your hand. But if you held on to my hand, I am sure you're not going to let it go because you're going to hold me very tight, Dad. Just then, the dad realized, yes, that is my mistake for having said it, and he held on to her hand. Similarly, fellow Toastmasters, we, the senior members, are here to take junior members of KBTC on their educational path as well as their leadership path. And these members are looking forward to us, mentors, particularly people like Lee Yong, Yuan, Vasanthi, Hui Chi, and to name a few others. And today you have distinguished Toastmaster Sivalingam there. We are all here to guide every one of you on your correct path to becoming a distinguished Toastmaster as well as Toastmaster KBTC will be proud of. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, Parames. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard Parames mention just now, we are here to guide. So, first of all, before we provide our services, you need to know about what is Toastmasters. I believe there's only one guest here, Haishan. Welcome, Haishan, to our club today. So, Haishan, for your information, Toastmasters history. Oh, another guest here, didn't get your name, sorry. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Welcome, Matthew, and welcome, questions. For Toastmasters, let me give you a brief history of what is Toastmasters. So Toastmasters is a non-profit organization started way back into 1924. So 1924 until today is almost 100 years. Okay, so Toastmasters started in California, in Santa Ana. So this is where Toastmasters started by someone by the name of Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. Okay, so moving on is to share with you our present moment of Toastmasters. After so many years of Toastmasters history, today, there are more than 150,000 clubs. More than 150,000 clubs in over 150 countries. So imagine that how big Toastmasters is. So Toastmasters is not only for public speaking, it's also for networking, it's also for you to meet people, for you to grow. Okay, so moving on is Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club is under Area C5. And Area C5 is part of Division C, and one division, they have a few areas, 4 to 5 areas, and one area got 4 to 5 clubs. So we are only one club, we got area and then the division, then the district. So ladies and gentlemen, we are in district 102. Okay, And moving on is to talk to you about our Toastmasters mission. Our Toastmasters mission is to provide a supportive environment where every members and even guests got an opportunity to practice, to learn, and foster personal growth. So Toastmasters also help you to develop your communications and even your leadership styles. Now moving on is to share with you about these 11 different pathways. In Toastmasters, we have different learning paths, and these different learning paths help you to enhance yourself in a different ways. To know more information, get in touch with our ESCO members, okay, and then they will share with you more. These are the benefits of joining Toastmasters. Despite so many benefits, let me share with you one most specific one that I love, is to meet all of you. Okay, that is specific one. Generally, I think my benefit is to meet different people. So both specific and general, both are genuine. Okay, so that is something that benefits the most, definitely me the most. Okay, for you it may be different, but there are so many different benefits here. So moving on. Okay. So Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club have been around since 2005. And today is 17 years already. It's 17 years. Wow. So 17 years of journey, we have one vision. We speak, we learn, and we lead. We learn, we speak, and we lead. Okay. So that's our vision. So we want people to speak out so that we can learn and then we lead others. And then we normally conduct our meeting in English, although it's called bilingual. We conduct our meeting in English by default, but you can't, and you are encouraged also to speak in Mandarin as well, because it's bilingual. We rarely hear Mandarin nowadays, so you're encouraged to speak in both lingual. Okay? And then the best part about joining KBTC, not only you learn about English and Mandarin, you'll also learn about me. You also learn about Toastmasters, sorry. Okay. So next is to talk about our members' educational progress. Today, we have two speeches. First one is Yongtan, and then the second one is Thailand. Believe me, both of them are great speakers. Sorry for the pressure, but I genuinely mean that. And this is our agenda today. Adding one special one on top of the impromptu speech is a special sharing by our very beloved, amazing superstar Hui. Later I'll introduce her, don't worry. So after the special sharing, we will have our impromptu speech, also known as table topics, where you get to speak on your feet. Okay, you will give you a topic on the spot, and then you think and speak. Okay, that's impromptu speech, and then the prepared speech from Yongshan and Hailung, and lastly our evaluation session to let our speaker knows how well they did. Okay, now moving on is to share with you our role players for today. And what is role players? Role players are people who assist us to help us grow better. Okay, let's kickstart our role players introduction with our grammarian of today. And our grammarian for today is Parames.
Yeah,
To you, Parames.
me again. Gonna be tired of hearing my voice. Now, the word of the day is satisfaction. The meaning of satisfaction, like what the ASA has already read out, the pleasant feeling that you get when you receive something you wanted, or when you have done something you wanted to do. And my example was, I do my best to live with no regrets so that my life is full of satisfaction. I would love to hear everyone use the word of the day. And my role is actually to pick up mispronunciation, misuse of words, and the best thing is to hear the word of the day being repeated again and again. Remember the word of the day, satisfaction. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much. In order to increase your satisfaction in joining our club, Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club, I will definitely satisfy the word of the day to use more so that our club members get to grow with satisfaction. Now, let us go on to our second role player of the day, Our Counter by Richard. Over to you, Richard.
Thank you very much to our, I think he's Division C Area Director, Joanne, and I am glad to see you once again. It's quite some time that I've been here in KBTC. So I will be the counterpart of our distinguished Toastmaster Parames, who will be doing the Gamayan, and I will be your counter for today. So my role is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as crutches by anyone who speaks during the meeting. So I encourage everyone to avoid using such unuseful interjections such as, well, you know, so, and all others. And sounds like and should not be used during this meeting. I mean, not to be used, but we try to minimize. So thank you very much, and hand over to you to our timer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Richard. And by the way, Richard is also holding a position, very important position in district. He is our TLI marketing team community. So give you a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, let us introduce our third role player for today, which is our timer who keep tracks of the time. Over to you, Coming. Oh wait, before Coming come out. Coming is the president of Top Love Toastmasters Club this term. So over to you, Coming. You're honored to have you.
Thank you, Jen, for the introduction. So ladies and gentlemen, fellow guests and fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very good evening to you guys. Okay, as a timer, I will monitor and keep track of the time throughout the meeting. And I will time the table topic speaker, formal speeches, and the evaluation. Besides that, I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the card showing here. We have green, yellow, and red cards. At the same time, I will also, to increase the satisfaction for our Zoom attendee, I will also use my laptop computer to show the color background to alert all the speakers for today's meeting. Hence, fellow members and guests, you are urged to deliver your speech within the time frame. Then I will give you my time report at the end of the meeting. Thank you so much, and pass the control back to our guests.
Okay, with that, thank you so much, Coming. And without further ado, let us introduce our general evaluator for today, none other than our distinguished Toastmasters, Siwa. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's have an experiment. Yeah. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your general evaluator. My role is very unique in the Toastmasters fraternity because my job is to oversee and moderate and balance the evaluation. Evaluation, you see it being done where somebody shares an opinion. My job is to manage that session, and more importantly, to moderate it so it doesn't become too far unbalanced. It's an unfair evaluation. I will step in and make a comment. If something is missed out, I may point it out as well. I will share my thought with you at the end of the meeting with my general evaluators report. With this, thank you, and back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the evening, Jen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard different role players sharing about what they're going to do this meeting. So now, without further ado, maybe you're not maybe, I know you're very excited for our first session, which is our special sharing session by Hui Chi. But before Hui Chi come out and share, let me introduce you Hui Chi first. 2 years ago, when I first joined Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club, very fresh, like some of you here, I go outside and tell other people I'm from Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. The first reaction that they get, do you know what it is? Klang Bilingual? Oh, the superstar Hui Chi. Yes, the superstar Hui Chi. So Hui Chi have been going through different clubs, jumping from club to club to provide services. Don't misunderstand. I mean services in evaluation. Okay. She gave a lot of great evaluation, and that's why a lot of people wanted to invite her to give the evaluations for their speakers. And now today, she's going to share with us how to be a better evaluator. And with that, over to you, Hui Chi.
All right, good evening, everyone. I believe this is going to be a satisfying meeting. Why? Because all of us are going to learn from each and every one of us here. So what is evaluation? So for the benefit of guests, actually evaluation is the core of the Toastmasters, whereby all the speakers who are standing up here to give a speech, later on, guests or Matthew, delivered Matthew, you have a chance to stand on the stage and deliver as well. If you want to, we will not force you in first. And the evaluation is to help the speaker to understand what can be improved and what has the speaker done well. So actually I'm a bit stressed because we have two distinguished Toastmasters with us tonight, and they are seems to be my like seafood, you know. Okay, we are just sharing with each other on what I have known. And of course, for the senior members, you are not sitting here and relaxing. So after I wrap up my sharing, you'll have a chance to share your opinions, what to top up. And for those who want to share your opinion and feedbacks, you are most welcome to do so. So with that, I'm going to start this sharing. So, all right, this is the flow of the agenda. I'm going to start it off with what is evaluation? Evaluation will have a contest evaluation, and of course we have prepared speech or even table topics evaluation in a regular meeting. So I'm going to touch on these two parts here. And next is the steps. What are steps involved to evaluate a speech? The acronym I use is BASE, and there's a cheat sheet. So actually to evaluate someone, right, we have a cheat sheet. Just like exam, you go there, actually you got the like, before that, you have some preempt questions on what is going to come up. And of course, the technique used, step across step, and I'll wrap it up with the key message. So what is evaluation? Like I mentioned just now, there are two parts that I'm going to touch on: the project speech. Project speech. There are 4 criteria I put it here. For the project speech, for all the evaluators, for a newer member or a senior member as a refreshment, it's good that we always read back the project manual to understand what speech is the speaker going to deliver, whether the speaker has met the speech objective. This is very important, even though like all the prepared speech speaker go through the manual so that you know what you are going to deliver the speech. And secondly, you can request the speaker in advance to get their feedback on what to focus on.
For example, some speakers, they want to focus on their content, whether is it organized. Ask them what to focus on. When they deliver a speech, then you manage to capture that and give them the feedback based on that. And of course, moving on is to provide your verbal evaluation, which will be going to be 3 minutes. And also your written evaluation. Remember, I think sometimes we move to online, we kind of forget to write our online evaluation form and send it back to the speaker. So a reminder to the evaluators, yeah, do remember to fill out the form and send it to the speakers. And lastly, offer praise and constructive feedback. What I really love about evaluation is we have something that is good, we praise that speaker, and there's opportunities of growth. We offer some encouragement and things for the speaker to grow. And that workplace, right, it's kind of a bit sometimes negative, only scold you, we are not good, why you are not good. But Toastmasters is kind of relaxing because, oh, got people praise me, right? So, and then it's a bit, oh, there's some growth of opportunity. I'll catch that and become a better speaker from there, all right? So what's the difference between a normal prepared speech and a contest evaluation speech? For the contest, you don't have the first 3 parts, you don't really need to do that, but you have to do the 4th part, the offer praise and constructive feedback. So that's the biggest contrast between these two. Moving on, the next slide. Yeah, so this is the evaluation contest flow. So for some of you who have not attended any contest before, the evaluation contest, there will be a test speaker to deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech. And then all the evaluation contestants will sit in a room and then observe the speaker. After that, all the contestants will be moved into a breakout room. For example, this is a physical contest, yeah? So all the evaluation contestants will be moved to that room for you to prepare your evaluation note for 5 minutes. So if it's a virtual setting, you all will be pulled into a breakout room, teleport to a breakout room, and then there'll be someone watching you not to cheat or whatever, text play with your phones and anything. So you just make sure you have to do your preparation in that 5 minutes. And moving on, what's next? Is to get set, ready, go. It's a show time. You stand up on the stage and deliver your evaluation. That is a contest speech flow. So just for the refreshment for some of you who like to take part of the evaluation contest. Yeah. And next, what are the steps involved to give an evaluation? Before you want to give the evaluation, right? I would strongly, highly recommend to take a deep breath to calm yourself down first. Because whenever you step on stage, you kind of like nervous, jitter, and then you can show those unintentional physical gestures. And that could reflect to your audience. Your audience can easily capture that you're nervous, you're not that confident with your evaluation, and that actually will impact your image as an evaluator. So of course, for prepared speech, as I mentioned just now, it's good to review the project manual and evaluation form before the speaker even stand up. So take some time to go through it. So if the Vice President of Education never give you the project manual and you're not familiar with it, ask them for it and go through it before you evaluate the speaker. And of course, during the test speaker or the prepared speech speaker or the table topic speaker speak, do listen attentively. Don't play with your phones, don't text your girlfriend, don't text your boyfriend what to eat later and so on. Like just focus on that speech for 5 to 7 minutes or table topics 1 to 2 minutes time. So just really focus on it and take down the notes. Different evaluators have different styles, so it's up to you. I'm the type of evaluator will take down a lot of notes because I can't really recall during the preparation 5 minutes time if I don't take down enough notes and I recall back what the speaker say. I can't remember, and how do I evaluate effectively? And that will affect my evaluation. So if you are that type of evaluator, same like me, that you really like to go into details, do take down sufficient notes for that and really listen attentively to it. And next is the 5 minutes preparation. You only got that golden 5 minutes. So don't take your own sweet time to think about plans later on, where to go this weekend or something. Just use that 5 minutes, really structure your notes. What are the few things that you want to highlight on? Because there are so many things you want to highlight, we are too passionate already. We want the speaker to improve on this, improve on that, or even we want to highlight this speaker has done so well. You want to spell out all the praises. So unfortunately, we don't have that luxury time. So just pick those that are very relevant to you and spotlight them. And last is to deliver it in an encouraging and personalized manner. And how do we win in a contest? It's not saying contest we must win, but it's nice to win. So what is the one tip to be a winning evaluation contest champion? For example, one thing is to be memorable, be personalized. When you evaluate that person, right, you really speak from the heart that you want, what you want the speaker to improve and how to improve. Okay. So I think there are some slides missing. I moved it a bit far a bit. Maybe Zoom Master, can you please? Yeah, this one is missing. So moving backward a bit, like I say, actually, what is evaluation? This is a very important slide. That's why I want to move it back. Because evaluation is the constructive feedback of a speech to spur the improvement of the speaker. Remember, we are not a judge here. We are not like boss saying to the subordinates, hey, you must do this, you must do that. Your speech like this lousy, cannot. We don't do in that manner because in a Toastmasters context, we are very encouraging. Whenever we want to evaluate someone, right, we always motivate that person to become a better speaker for them to improve. That's the end goal. So we have to put on that encouragement mode for the speaker to improve. Always remember that. Yeah, and I'm very lucky and grateful that I have many good evaluators that evaluate my speech. And from time to time, I can see my improvement on myself. So I believe all of you also have that in your mind. Okay, so yeah, moving on back to, okay, this is a cheat sheet that I mentioned just now. So nice, right? Toastmasters give us a cheat sheet. And how does the judge the evaluation contestant? We have senior judge over here, distinguished Toastmaster Siva, always being invited as a judge. I believe distinguished Toastmaster Paramex also, who is a judge as well. So there are 4 criteria that a judge look for an evaluation contest speech. The first one is analytical quality, which is the most critical one. We have 40% here. It has to be clear and focused. And second one is the recommendations, 30 points, whereby it has to be positive, specific, and helpful. The third one is the technique, 15 points, whereby what kind of technique we use. Is it sympathetic, sensitive, motivational? And of course, we have to have a summation, which is 15 marks. This is very important. Your summation has to be concise and encouraging. So these are the 4 things that we need to take note on. And how do we apply actually evaluation in our daily life is also when we are at work or even at your personal life with your family. When someone asks you, for example, maybe girlfriend, okay, I always like to use Jen as an example. I love Jen so much. For example, your girlfriend asks, is my blouse nice, Jen? And this is an evaluation. You want to share? Wow, you say like that to her. Okay, if she say yes, I want to listen to the truth, then what will you say?
You look nice today.
Oh. Okay, same goes as the evaluation. Actually, that's how we apply evaluation in our daily life. You can use all these techniques also, like you want to talk to your spouse or even your subordinates, your co-workers, your customers, colleagues, and so on. It's the same techniques you can apply, all right? You just think about the scenario and how do you apply, be clear, okay? And I'm going to move on to the first part, analytical quality, which is 40%. The effectiveness of the evaluation, just like Jen just now said, right? You look nice on the dress. It's very clear, focused, okay? And every evaluation should carefully analyze the strengths and the weaknesses, meaning strengths is the positive points of the speech, and weaknesses are those things that the speaker can improve on, the growth of opportunity. And were the evaluators' comments clear and logical? Sometimes we might be very weak in our evaluation, saying, for example, the dress looked nice on you. How nice is it? What nice do you mean? Like give some specific example. Like the printed blouse makes you look slimmer, taller, something like that. I'm just saying as an example then. Yeah, so you have to be very clear and must be logic. Cannot say that, wow, you're like an angel falling down from the sky. Like this kind of illogical things. And then of course, the evaluator identify specific strengths and weaknesses. This is very important. And moving on, recommendations, you have to suggest what are the things that the speaker can improve on, and it has to be practical and helpful. And next is technique 15%, whereby it has to be sensitive to the feelings. We have to take care of the feelings of the speaker. We don't be like too harsh, like the speech is so lousy, you cannot fix. So these kind of things, we don't say that, okay? We have to be really stand up from the perspective of the speaker. And next is summation. This one, I think many of the evaluators forgotten to summarize the speech, which caused them to lose 15%, even though how great they did, if they never do summation, and if the next one is a almost similar evaluator, and that person might win. So take note, it's always important to summarize the speech, your evaluation speech. And moving on, how do we do the opening? The opening, we have to be unique, and like we see someone, right, the first impression is the most important one. How you want to see your father-in-law, mother-in-law, you won't simply say something or do anything, right? So same as the evaluation speech. So you have to mention, thank you very much, this speaker. Thank you for sharing with us on inspiring your speech, blah, 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 something. Just to give the good impression to all the audience. And next, the body is there are a few techniques you can use. You can use one thing the speaker did well, one thing they did well but could have done better. Lastly, close with one thing they can improve on. This is one technique. Or you want to give 2 positive things or 1 area of improvements, or 2 positive, 2 area of improvements, or 3 positive, 2 area of improvements. There are no right and wrong. Which one you can use, which one you cannot use. You can use either one. And of course, what to evaluate. This is the key factors that will decide your contest speech, right? You can touch on speech content and speech delivery. For me, just my opinion, yeah. So the senior member might disagree with me. The speech content for me is the king. The speech delivery is the queen. So I always love the speech content. That's just my opinion, okay? Because I really love to evaluate on content. On the content, you can touch on the topic. Is it appropriate, relevant? What about the structure? Is it organized? The main content and examples, do they give that? And opening and closing, whether do they match or something. For speech delivery, the basic standard one, the body language, the facial expression, the vocal variety, stage usage, and of course the eye contact. These are a few key items that you can think of, right? So you can evaluate if the speaker have done well. For example, the topic is very relevant to all the audience here because the audience can understand you and the age group, something like that. You just touch on it and give example why. If it's not inappropriate, then you also mention why. When you mention something, remember to exemplify, give the example. So the conclusion, right, is to summarize it. What have you evaluated? The 2 good things that you have mentioned, and also the 2 area of improvements that you want the speaker to improve on. And always remember to end it with encouraging tone, because after all, you just want a speaker to become a better speaker and encourage them to move on to the next, to improve on their speeches. Okay, moving on. I just quickly go through because I'm running out of time. The technique here, STEP, I call it STEP, I use acronym. Sincerity, time, example, and performance. Sincerity is use I messages. Remember not to use but, however, all this that can demotivate the speaker. We are good looking with that dress, but you're a bit too fat, like you eat too much recently. That will wash down and dilute down your good part. So she already remember you say I'm fat. What? I don't eat with you 1 month already. Then just the point. Don't be sensitive and sincere and not sarcastic. Okay, don't be sarcastic. I met one superior who is very sarcastic with me, and after 6 years, I still remember her. Okay. Yeah, she asked that time. Okay, I don't want to section since I don't have much time. And the time, you have to take note of the time. Sorry, I'm doing a very bad example that you're running over time. So for your evaluation, it's only 3 minutes. So speak within the time frames. The maximum you can get is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. and that's it. Don't speak overtime in a context, right? You'll be disqualified if you speak overtime. That is a bit wasteful. All right, and next example, go deeper. Like I want to say, just give example what you mentioned, and that will add credibility yourself, because we don't just touch on the surface, but we really know our stuff and we really show it out and demonstrate it out. And of course, when we speak, right, get everyone involved, meaning when we speak, it's good to use a third party from a third party perspective instead of just use a third party. That'll be more, that'll be better, because we want everyone to get involved and learn. So what to avoid? What to avoid is, don't whitewash. Like if the speaker is not that great, you say, you are the great speaker, the best speech that I have ever heard. You know, if that speech is not that good, you say until like that, it's not so nice also. Even that speaker might be feel very good. Okay. False praise also, like for example, that speaker do not do that, but you spell out and magnify it until that also, that's not that nice. And all criticism also not good. Remember, we always need to give some positive feedback, even though maybe sometimes kind of hard to find, but just use, you have, I'm not saying any one of you here. I'm not saying, okay, don't put yourself into that shoe. Sometimes might be challenging. I'm just saying as a scenario. Okay, maybe Yongshan will be scared now. I've heard evaluator later. So, okay, we don't criticize people. We have to add good values to that person. And of course, don't summarize the whole speech. Sometimes we don't need a person to summarize that, because we already heard that speech. Okay, we don't waste our time, precious time on that. And moving on. Okay, how to evaluate WIP? What is WIP? Work in progress speech. Okay, sometimes we have to respect the speaker are from different background. So focus on the strength. We are not to judge the person. This speaker, the accent is so strong, I can't understand a single thing. How to evaluate? But we have to help them. So maybe you can evaluate based on their personality. I love the sincerity that you're sharing, this kind of thing, you can evaluate based on the personality. Just some tip for y'all. And of course, how to evaluate high standard speech, like for example, distinguished Toastmasters people. Oh, sometimes I get the opportunity, wow, my privilege to evaluate speech, very challenging. Wow, how are you such a great speaker? How to evaluate? So remember, how do we evaluate is, what was the key message? So why was it impactful or motivating? So how did the speech make you feel, and how would you do it differently? Just put yourself into his shoe and then think how he can elevate his speech to more impactful, more inspiring. All right. So style, everyone has different styles, so don't follow someone else's style. For example, Jen is a bit humorous, so don't follow him. You got your own style, right? And then here's the key message, right? Evaluate to elevate someone, okay? Not to put ourselves spotlighted, but we need to highlight and spotlight the speaker, motivate and uplift the speaker, be personalized, use I phrases, be sincere, specific, and selective, and of course, be empathetic and give insightful feedback to the speaker. My last slide would be, this is more on a contest because it's not so, I think it's October or September, I can't remember, right? Contest is not competition against our peers. It's a place to discover our strength and weakness and to upgrade ourselves. So just have fun in contest. This is something I come up myself. So I've participated in evaluation contests before, and sometimes I don't get the first place, okay? It's not saying that we must always get first place. It's how we go through the process that will shape us how we are today. So just join the contest and have fun, even though sometimes we might be very new, but you never know, you might get something out of it, out of the expectation. All right, with that, that's my sharing. If any of you have any questions, sorry that we're running out of time, you can get in touch with me. And I'm more than happy to share. And of course, for our senior members, probably I'll get to more feedback from you all later on. All right, with that, I'd like to pass it back to our Toastmaster partner, Jen. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Hui-Chi. From your sharing, I've learned that Hui-Chi loves Jen a lot. So thank you so much for sharing with us with steps to help us become a better evaluation. And due to time, without further ado, let us invite our Toastmaster table topic master, MK, to share with us the benefits of speaking impromptu. And let's conduct the session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jen, our Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Milton. I'm your TTM. In short form, it's called as Table Topic Master. As today's session, my session table topic session, I was thinking of going through a special session in which is a story mode. Why do I come up with this topic is because in story, we can actually attract the client or actually attract the people we speak into. So I come up with this so that the speaker may go through their stories and captivate the speakers, the audience, not the speaker. The speaker can captivate the audience. And therefore, I have 6 questions, but I don't think I have time to finish it all. Of course, for the first question, I would like to have a seasonal speakers. Actually, in my mind, I actually have a person that I have a long time never heard him speak, so I would like to welcome Toastmaster Siva as a seasonal speaker. So of course, this is a story, and the question, I have 6 questions like mentioned, and of course there's a twist. There's going to be a genre include in the story. So Toastmaster Siva may include the genre into the story or may not, but I do encourage that you, since that you are a seasoned speaker, I do encourage you include it inside. So there's a 6 question and 6 genre. You may choose 2 numbers for me.
1,
okay.
the other one 5.
Okay, so I will introduce the genre first. So the genre number 5 is mystery. And the question is, it's a beautiful day while hiking I repeat, Toastmaster Siva, it's a beautiful day while hiking I. It's a beautiful day while hiking I, Toastmaster Siva.
Thank you. Advantage of having a pocket which is ladies' clothes always a challenge actually because most of the anyway irrelevant. It's a beautiful day. Online people, can you all hear me? I hope. Is there a thumbs up from them? I can't see them. Thank you very much. Thank you, Huichi, for pointing that out. It was a beautiful day. I was hiking. This would have happened many, many years ago because I've not hiked for many, many years now. And I was out, and suddenly it started to turn dark, ladies and gentlemen. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning. And suddenly the sun started darkening. You know, what's happening? And I was walking, and it's getting darker and darker and darker. Until about in 10 minutes time, it is pitch black. It is supposed to be daylight. It is supposed to be 10 o'clock in the morning, but it's dark. Just as it would be this room if you switch off the lights. That's a mystery, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, I don't like mysteries. They leave me feeling unsatisfied. So I want to feel satisfied. So I wanted to solve this mystery. So anyhow, I had no choice. I was out hiking, isn't it? So I continued hiking. And then I discovered after a short while, the sunlight started coming up more and more and more. Until a few minutes later, it is full light again. So the mystery ended. But what's the explanation for this mystery? How can there be darkness in the middle of the day? It wasn't an eclipse. It wasn't an alien spaceship invading the planet Earth like Independence Day, all those other genre movies, you know. But what was it? What happened, ladies and gentlemen? Don't you want to know? Aren't you interested in knowing, Captain? You are. Huichi, are you interested in knowing? You are. Well, for the answer for that, I think I will leave it, the elucidation of this mystery and your satisfaction of your curiosity, I will leave it to the next speaker. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siva. I'm very sure everybody is captivated by his story, that it's a mystery feeling that you guys would like to know actually why it became pitched up, but he did not explain the end. So it became a mystery, just like the genre. And of course, I would like to have the second speaker. Is there any volunteer from the Okay, Toastmaster NG. So I see that you volunteer. Can you unmute yourself? Okay. So Toastmaster NG, I have 6 questions as 6 genre. Number 1 and number 5 is selected. You may choose other number.
3 and 7.
1 to 6.
I want to 6.
Yes.
3 and 4.
3 and 4. Okay, so I will explain. Your genre is romance. Romance. So your genre is romance. Your question is Toastmaster NG. I was watching movie alone. Then I was watching movie alone. Then Toastmaster NG. The stage is yours.
I was watching movie alone in a lovely night, hoping that a sight of me having a partner that seeing a romance movie. Like now, my place is raining, feel cold, but my side is alone. When my partner is come to me, I don't know. But I still have to enjoy my movie alone. I will try to watch comedy to make a lot of fun in a time that during I watch the movie. Nevertheless, even though I don't have couple, I might enjoy the movie with my family. Sometimes family is more important. Without them, we can share our moment with them, the feeling, the joy, the sadness. We can laugh and tear together as if with friends we are happy to join the movie together also. For example, today I'm in a hometown with my family. With this topic that think I also can enjoy the movie with my mom later on and having a nice coffee to enjoy maybe until the late night movie. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster NG. It's a great story that I hope that you find your significant other soon so that you won't watch your movie alone again. And of course, I would like to have another volunteer. Is there anyone from the physical venue or any from the virtual? Okay, we have a Prashad for physical venue. Okay, Toastmaster Prashad. There's, like I mentioned, 4 questions left and 4 genre left. You may, 1 is chosen. The question number 1 is chosen. You may choose another question. 2. Okay, so your genre is fantasy. Fantasy, you can either use it as fantasy or science fiction, up to you. And your question is, I was shopping for grocery and I met groceries. Toastmaster Prashad, I was shopping for grocery and I met. I was shopping for grocery and I met. Toastmaster Prashad. It's fantasy, right? Yeah.
Sorry, give me a second. Thinking about fantasy. Is it okay if I can get other genre?
Oh, sure. You may choose another number.
4 maybe.
4 children, 4 and 5 children.
6.
6 comedy.
Okay. So yeah, I think I can relate to that, right? So I was actually shopping and I was doing a grocery shopping. So as every weekend, I spend some time with my just to do my weekend and fill up my my shopping for the week. So in this weekend, I was one of the weekend I was actually there and went to this my favorite place in Aeon, Bukit Tinggi. So you can always find me on the weekend. Every Sunday I'm there. So this one particular event actually, and I can relate to what you're saying, right? So I was actually purchasing something, and then and it was this near the fruit counter actually, and I was just choosing some fruits, and then out of sudden there was this one auntie. She came to me, and then she was calling me, and I looked at her as like in disbelief, right? Because why she wants to call me, and it was I it was a COVID time, and she's coming and calling me a couple of times, and I looked at her. What is it? No, boy, come here. I want to know how much is this one. And I said, no, I'm not working here. Then and she was not responding to me, and she was like keep calling me, and I said, Auntie, do I look like a Bangladeshi guy to you? I'm actually Indian, and I'm a Malaysian Indian. and then she said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then and yeah, I can relate to that, right? So I was mistaken by this auntie, and sometimes being brown can also cause some trouble like this, right? So that's all. Thank you very much. It was a tough one. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashad. Good effort on your side for the humor or comedy. Timer, do we still have time for one more? Oh, we do not have the time, unfortunately. Probably we can keep it for next time. And for the guests, of course, I forgot to mention about the timer just now. So as per mentioned, we have green, yellow, and amber or red. So every speaker have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. So in 1 minute, it will show the green color. 1 minute and a half show the amber, and 2 minutes is the red. And after the red, the speaker has 30 seconds to conclude the speech. And I would like to pass the control to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Jan.
Thank you so much. First of all, that was an amazing table topic. Thank you so much for that topics and that genre. Now let us invite. Before I invite, sorry. Yeah, before we invite the evaluator, let us vote for your favorite table topic speaker. Zoom Master will launch the poll. Zoom Master will launch the poll online. Okay, And then physical one, you will pass around a paper for you to write down the names. Okay. And without further ado, while you are voting or waiting to vote, let me introduce a little bit about our table topic evaluator today. Our table topic evaluator today is from Sunway Toastmasters Club. Sunway Toastmasters Club is in Division C, and she's not only from Sunway Toastmasters Club, she's also from another club called the Light and Easy Toastmasters Club. So she is dual club Toastmasters member, and her hobby is reading, watching movies, and listening to music. Now, without further ado, table topic speaker would like to know how well you did and what can you improve. Now, let us invite our friend from Sunway Toastmasters Club, Tinisa Oi. Over to you, Tinisa.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I would like to say firstly, thank you so much for inviting me, Angie especially, to the club this evening. It's the first time I've come here and I'm really enjoying it so far. Basically, well, I can start with saying I had the satisfaction of listening to Milton's table topic session and enjoyed the storytelling topics that he provided to me. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to go into the evaluation for the 3 speakers that we had. Firstly, our general evaluator, Mr. Siva. His topic was, it's a beautiful day while hiking I, and his genre was mystery. Firstly, number 1, G. Siva, I love your personal story, which was, you talked about hiking. Also, you injected a little bit of humor there, whereby you talked about how you differentiated between light and darkness, and you also even had an interaction with the audience. Everyone can know you're a very seasoned speaker as well. Now, what I can suggest to improve is that unfortunately, I couldn't really see the facial expression because you put the mask on yourself. So that is why that if you could remove the mask, I could see your expression better and I would evaluate you better as well. Next, I'd like to move on to the second speaker, which is Angie. Angie, your topic was, I was watching movie alone then, and then your genre was romance. Firstly, number 1, Angie, of course, you're on virtual, so I can actually see your face. I like the dramatic pauses. Now, you started very dramatic pauses, and it was very slow. So I liked your pitching, and it drew me in. I'm wondering, how is this romance going to be like? Will you find the romance of your life when you watch the movie alone? And the only thing I could talk about the improvement to your speech was that you could improve your body gestures, because I noticed like you talk about coffee. So maybe you could talk about, we all love coffee, right? Just like talk about drinking. Like, one day when I drink coffee, it's gonna taste good. Maybe one day with my romance partner. Something to that effect to make it even more dramatic. All in all, totally love your table topics. Next, I would like to move on to Prasan. Prasan, your topic was, I was shopping for grocery and I met, and then your genre was comedy. Now, firstly, what I really liked about it is that it was funny because you have learned to laugh at yourself. So something for me also, because when I was trying to be funny, I always try to take a mirror, put in front of myself, and instead of trying to laugh at people, I laugh with people. So I really like the way that you injected that kind of like letters, instead of like thinking like it's like a racist thing, right? You rather like, okay, it's okay, never mind, just laugh because of the skin color, which I get all the time as well. I would like you to improve on your speech crutches. I noticed that you had a lot of speech crutches, and I can see that you're very nervous. So maybe you could, to lessen your speech crutches, you could slow down a little bit, take some time, and then let pretty sure you could have taken your table topics to another level. All in all, to all three speakers, I totally enjoyed myself, even coming here so far, listening to all of you guys and giving my evaluation. Thank you so much, and back to the table. Sorry, the Toastmasters of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our table topic evaluator, Tinisa. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going for a break soon. But before that, let us have a quick photo session. People in the physical spaces gather around here. To help you easily, don't stand on my left, stand from my right onwards. Oh, you're so tall. I need to jump. Pinjam ah. Angie, you take online one to.
MJ is taking.
Okay, get ready, everyone. Okay, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, Jen is still there. Okay, waiting. Okay, waiting. Okay, for Jen. Still waiting for Jen. A moment, yeah. Okay, first picture. You ready? 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, second one, freestyle. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. Thanks again coming to our club, Timisha.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will have how long? We will have a break. So come back 5 minutes later.
Yeah, thank you, Jen.
See you.
See you. Yeah, I wish to become physical also, but I'm in hometown now with my family. Yeah. So I hope Tinisha can join anytime if you would like. You just contact me. I will find a room for you anytime.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
The place is like how far is it from Setia Alam? Because I stay in Setia Alam. Setia Alam is like really no public transport, no nothing. So
Actually Jen is staying at Setia Setia. It's same as a place. You can ask him later, Jen.
Jen is actually staying in
I think
Raja.
Shah Alam. Raja Shah Alam. I think, right?
Yeah, I think MJ, Jen is staying around there, right?
Bukit Raja is
Bukit Raja.
before Setia Alam.
Before Setia Alam. A big far.
Is it in Shah Alam? It's not
Sorry?
Seria.
Seria Alam is a long way from KBTC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes some
I
time.
live very near KBTC.
Same as me. Actually, it's in the town, I think can say like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, later I share the location to you and have a look.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Even though if next time you really can't go for physical, Zoom is always welcome you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also want to try physical because the other day Sunday had the first physical meeting.
How
And
was it?
I was so scared because I'm so used to I joined Toastmasters as under the virtual. I didn't join it physical. Suddenly we had physical. Then our stable topics evaluator also. So standing there and talking to people because Sunday is there's 33 people came that day. So big. And to see so many people, I got nervous because I'm not the type to. I'm very shy. Actually, that's my true nature.
True. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really different when you are in physical.
Yeah, very different. And
Yeah.
the one thing that human beings are scared is that people will judge us, what if they like us or they don't like us. So your brain is like very scared, This is normal.
I relate so much.
Yeah, Esther?
Yeah,
We
I
still
relate
got-
to that.
Yeah.
2 more minutes.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for Kai Shin and Ganga coming tonight. I hope you guys enjoy too, even though you didn't open the video.
Shy, all shy. Introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah, like observer. Actually, I attended Harriet University Toastmasters Club, and then the guests that don't want to be called out, they just rename their header at the start, become observer. So they are welcome to like stay quiet, and actually that's really good lah. Because some guests they don't want to participate first, but they want to see.
It's okay.
Maybe can do that for our club lah. Yeah, suggestion.
Because because some people like me, when someone suddenly call me out to do table topics, I will go spotlight, I'll go blank. I have to focus, take a deep breath, and then speak. I don't know. I mean, I'm an introvert, very deep introvert, so I don't know about others. So sometimes some people, I don't know, we just like pass, don't want to talk. But slowly lah.
It's good that you have a first step to come to our club to try on too.
Yeah, I am slowly trying to be evaluator and trying to slowly win awards and stuff, but more towards learning. It's not really about winning, it's about learning. I still have fear to speak in front of people. I don't know. So slowly lah.
Yeah. Paramis, any idea or give some tips for her?
Jinisha,
Yeah,
how long have you been a member?
I think now only 1 year plus. 1 year,
One year
and a bit.
plus.
Yeah, still very new.
Now, the reason you joined Toastmasters, you know very well, isn't it? So that is all the more you should tell yourself, I have to stop being shy.
Yeah.
I have to come out and speak. There was a lady who came all the way from the States and she has been delivering speeches all over the world. She even spoke to 10,000 people in the audience. And she was standing behind the stage and she was pacing up and down. So somebody asked her, why are you pacing up and down as though you're nervous? She said, if I'm not nervous, I'm not going to deliver a good speech. The nervousness makes me deliver a speech people will love.
Wow.
So think about that and look at everybody. One of my friends said, look at people as though you are the Along and they owe you 10,000.
Okay, that's interesting. I'll put that in my head.
Apologies,
Okay.
but the meeting is starting now.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks to chit chat with you guys. See you.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone. So I guess the break is over, and so we start the meeting again. So I'll pass over to Joanne. Yeah, our Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Esther. Ladies and gentlemen, let us resume back our meeting with our second exciting session. And now, are you ready to listen to our amazing speakers for their much prepared speech? They have put in sweat, tears, and blood without the blood into the preparing the speech. Can you hear me, right? Yes. Into preparing the speech for you to learn something new. So without further ado, let us invite our first speaker of today. But before that, let me introduce her a little bit. A quick question to you all. Do you believe that everything happened for a reason? Raise up your hand if you do. You have the same belief as our speaker today. So she believed that everything happened for a reason. Now she is currently in her mid-career break, and she believed that everything happened for a reason. And to go through that, we need to have faith and keep on moving. Her topic for today is to treat others the way you like to be treated. Treat others the way you like to be treated. Yongshan, treat others the way you like to be treated. Over to you, Yongshan.
Yeah. Good evening to all the Toastmaster members and guests here. I'm Yongshan. Treat others the way you would like to be treated is the purpose of my speech today. And it's also one of the leadership principles that always embedded in my heart. Tonight, let me share with you my personal experience on how I engage with this statement. 14 years back ago, when I graduated from university, I joined a chemicals manufacturing company as an R&D chemist. For those who are still guessing my age now, I'm 37 years old now. I'm graduated from uni in 2008. And by the way, I don't hope that I look like an auntie who's more than 40, yeah? So in the company, a lab technician from Myanmar has been assigned to help me to do all the production trials and laboratory testing. She is officially my first subordinate. Her name is Shans. Same pronunciations with me, but the spelling is different. My one is S-H-A-N and her one is S-A-N-N. To be more surprised that we both actually born at in the same year, in the same month, and even on the same day. So this kind of findings, right, really make me have a feelings, right? This world is very, very small, isn't it? So as a fresh graduate without working experience, I don't know seriously what is leadership, but I know that I need to respect her regardless of where is she from and her identity. So with that kind of mindset implants that very clicks, I enhance clicks, and we looks more like a friend more than a colleague. I have no idea how we can become so close, given the fact that we are facing with a very, very strong language barrier, our communications mainly involve a very, very short English sentences such as, I'm hungry, I'm not happy today, that kind of sentences. And for those who are pondering, why you don't want to use Google Translate? And bear in mind, everyone, that the technology at 14 years back ago is not as advanced as per today. So after I worked in the company for 2 months, I found out that I doesn't fit into the company culture, and I started to have the intentions to look for other jobs. At the same time, Shans come and inform me that she actually planned to escape from the company and went back to her country. I mean, due to the very, very strong language barrier, I'm not 100% certain that is she determined to do that, or is that is actually her grumble just because of the frustrations of missing her hometown. But I was wrong. One day, she just went missing. No one can trace her. I still remember before the day she went missing, she disappeared. She come and look for me and say she will miss me. And she thank you for everything that I have done for her. So I was very, very regret of not taking seriously of what she said before. But however, it's too late. Very soon, I left the company for other opportunities, but however, the story doesn't stop there. After a year, during the day of my birthday, I received a call, a private call, with no number appearing on the phone screen at exactly 12 a.m. It's Shans calling me and singing me a birthday song. If you remember what I said earlier, that is actually her birthday also. So I would say that the phone call is a bit warm, touching, as I never expected this to be coming. And of course, a lot of sadness, and I can feel that she is actually crying at that time. So I keep asking her, where is she? Where is she? I was like yelling, like, where are you? Where are you? And did you need my help? And I'm actually willing to help her if I can. But she just tell me that I cannot talk too much. I cannot talk too much. And very, very quickly, then she just hang up the phone. And I was like, huh? Like that. So after a year, at the same time, at 12 a.m., I received a service call, which actually an automated birthday song that played by an operator. I don't know who is it, but my gut feeling telling me that this is Shans. And unfortunately, there is no third time anymore. Since then, I don't have her news, and I guess the story is permanently stopping there. And as an adult, sometimes we just have to accept that not every story will be ended up with a happy endings, right? So as a summary, I like the quote saying that we don't meet people by accident. We are meeting them. They are meant to cross our path that for a reason. Just face the reality. I don't think I will meet her again. And maybe she had forgotten me. And maybe I can't even recognize her when I accidentally bump into her. But regardless of what is it, okay, I'm so grateful. I extremely feel grateful that she appeared in the very early stage of my career, that during that times of interactions with her, it's actually laid a very strong foundation for me. And it shaped my leadership skill, leadership style of me, that to be a people's oriented. Always treat your subordinate as the way that you want your boss to treat you. Listen, people are human beings. They know when you are treated them by a genuine heart. They know when you are treated them with a respect. And all they can return back to you is actually more than what you can imagine. And believe me, this is
oh, this is very, very true. And you will have a full of satisfactions during the journey. Thank you and have a pleasant night. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Yong San, for sharing your story with San. So, from your speech, we have gotten what you have shared with us just now. Believing that everything happened for a reason. Whether you made her or not, have faith and keep on moving. Thank you so much for your speech. It was very touching. And with that, let us invite our second speaker for today. Our second speaker, you need to see my face for this because it's very important. So our second speaker, he is one of our ESCO members. Okay, he prepared our meeting venue today. He prepared foods for us. He is Dr. Tan. He's a clinician with many talents. One of the talent is he has emerged into the social media, YouTube, and became YouTuber. Eventually, he will become an influencer, and then he will promote KBTC. So without further ado, let us invite Tai Lun for his speech, YouTuber, where it all started. YouTuber, where it all started. Tai Lun, over to you.
I believe all of you will agree with me that YouTube is a household name for all of us. Personally, I benefited from YouTube since my university time. For example, when it comes to entertainment, I will use YouTube to search for my favorite artist and me. And not only that, I will also use YouTube to search for my favorite upcoming Marvel movie trailers. As I grow up, where I had to sit for my professional exam or that, I also use YouTube to search for very useful primary lectures from my favorite overseas universities. The list can go on and on and on. But today, I'm not going to talk about how to use YouTube as a search engine. In fact, I'm going to share with you something that's more personal and unique, which is about my own little journey as a YouTuber. So my name is Tai Lun. I'm a clinician as well. I'm actually the founder of this channel, The Medical Saga, which is actually an education channel for our fellow junior healthcare workers. So allow me to start the ball rolling by first sharing with you why did I start this journey. Well, the reason is actually very straightforward, also very simple, which is I have the interest to teach, and I would like to share my knowledge with my junior colleagues. Yeah, with this platform, it will allow our junior healthcare workers to have access to new knowledge or knowledge sharings, which they can have access to at any time, any place. And most importantly, it's free of charge, as opposed to some of those like workshop courses where every now and then you see actually it comes with a very exorbitant price or, with a fees or that. Well, that's just one of the reasons. The second reason has to do with my personal belief, which is I think very same as like our Toastmaster Club, which is, I believe, knowledge sharing. It's a very powerful way to stay connected with your colleagues, friends, as well as with the community. And not only that, knowledge sharing will also help you to perform better as a professional and also become a stronger professional in the end. And for information, this channel just started about 1 year ago and still growing, but just at a small space because I didn't really go and sensationalize it. And those my colleagues, they know, then they will just subscribe. They can stop sharing the screen. So allow me to switch gear now. I would like to next share with you what are the considerations before we start your own channels. Okay, I think the first thing that I would like to emphasize is that you really need to know your content as well as what's your channel purpose and who will be your target audience and also what are your strengths. For example, as an ESCO member or Toastmaster Club, like some of us here, we will always do self-reflections, also introspection, thinking about what is our club unique selling point and how can our club help our members, our community to become better speakers, as well as to become a stronger communicators. So the same goal for being a YouTuber or content creator, where you need to know what's your niche and how can your audience benefit from it. They're going to spend time and watch your contents and so on, So keeping that in mind, it will allow you to, retain your audience at the same time help your channel to grow and serve its true purpose. Well, before I move on to my next point, I would just like to quickly emphasize that video editing skill is an indispensable skill when it comes about having an online platform or YouTube platform, especially because it will not only give you a leg up when it comes to managing your video and so on, but it also will help you in many other aspects in your career. And today I'm talking about digital marketing and so on and so forth. Well, I've spoken to you about why did I start this channel, as well as what are the general considerations before I start a channel. Now I'm going to move on and talk to you about what are the pitfalls. So I believe that most of us that start to dabble in something new, right, definitely you will make some mistakes and make some pitfalls, and there's no doubt about it. I myself, I think I also make quite a number of mistakes, but today I'm going to share with you one of the mistakes, which is actually very important, and making it could actually, have your channel being terminated, and which is about copyright infringements. So before that, I would like to just take a quick quiz for everyone. So I would like you guys to, could you please play the second slide first? So I'm gonna show a slide, and then I would like you guys to hazard a guess. So which one is, so there are actually 4 names on top here. So 4 options, A, B, C, D. So which of these is actually the name of a copyright license? So for members online, you can actually type the answer into a chat box. For members on the floor, you can just shout out the answers. So among these 4, which one is actually a copyright license?
A. Creative Commons.
Anyone else? Any other tickets? Okay, good try. Well, the answer is actually A, Creative Commons. Thanks, Ms. Savvy. I think Ms. Savvy is someone that's very savvy in this about copyright license. That for information, say you unintentionally or use items that belong to other creators, they will actually lodge a copyright claim or copyright strike onto your channels. With enough times, let's say you still repeat the same mistake, chances are you will have your channel terminated as well as taken down, in other words. So keeping that in mind will actually prevent you falling into this kind of pitfalls. And I think, is there anything else? Copyright license. Yeah, also for those that are about to start having own channels and all this, I would suggest you to do some research about about this copyright license thingy, because I think most of us would like to try new things, but we actually don't have like a person to refer to, especially so out of your own interest. So always good to do some research first before you venture into this kind of online thingy. Wow, I come to the end of my speech already. Well, I've spoken to you about why did I become a YouTuber, and also what are the considerations, and also how to prevent pitfalls. Before I end my speech, I would like to share with everyone a quote, which is Rome is not built in one day. So as channels, YouTube channels, but keep in your mind, even though starting a channel requires you a lot of effort, time, as well as patience, but trust me, the joy and satisfactions are immeasurable when you see it serve your true purpose and able to help other people as well. With that, I would like to end my speech. Thank you everyone for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't forget to tell you this, but please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for sharing with us about YouTube. And ladies and gentlemen, you have heard 2 amazing speeches. I hope you enjoy them, because I really do. And with that, we are going to have voting sessions. Physical, there's a paper passing to you. Online, there's a poll coming up. And that's the end of the second session. And now we are going to immerse into our third session, which is the evaluation session. Before we invite our general evaluator coming out today, a brief introduction for him. Based on my impression, Siwa is really encouraging. Siwa, distinguished Toastmaster Siwa, is here when I first come to Klang Bilingual Toastmasters as a guest. And he has given an amazing speech that inspired me to give a speech. In case you didn't know that. Yeah. So give an inspiring table topic that inspires me to go for table topics at my first time being a guest here. So Siwa have been encouraging and very supportive to our club. And today he's going to evaluate our club again to give us more pointers. With that, let us invite, with a huge round of applause, distinguished Toastmaster Siwa.
Thank you very much. It's very gracious. I never knew I made a difference to you, Juan. Thank you very much. Sometimes we don't know the effects we have. It's nice to hear that. Thank you so much. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start the ball rolling, the evaluation. Just remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Evaluation is nothing more and nothing less than the personal opinion of the evaluator. So don't get too stressed out. Speakers, don't get stressed out. And audience also, don't judge the evaluator. Just accept it and take it as it is. Remember, for you have to improve. You need the good and the bad. You need the yin and the yang, actually. The yin is the, if I might take it, if I may mangle a phrase, is the nice things like which is so nicely pointed out. The yang is the dark part, the not so nice part, which we have to address also. Even for me, if you notice just now when Tinista evaluated me, she commented, can't see my face because I went the mask. That I got it. It's a valid point, but I'm being a bit paranoid because of COVID. But it's a valid point. It's a choice I made. So remember this and let's start the ball rolling. But first of all, to evaluate Yongshan, can I call upon her evaluator, Hui Chi? All yours, Hui.
Thank you very much to Toastmaster Yongshan for entertaining us with your personal story that lays your leadership foundation since 14 years ago. What I really like about your speech is you have shared a well-organized speech whereby you have definitely nailed the speech objective. Your speech is about that you have made a point on how we treat others should be like how we like to be treated. And about your well-organized speech is you have a chronological manner. And what do I mention by that? Study as you go with the grain, not against the grain, so that the audience are easily absorbed and follow you throughout your speech. You started off as a 2008 as a graduate, and 14 years ago, you as an R&D chemist, and you met your colleague, Shan. And of course, and the mystery was started to be folded. Your colleague disappeared, and suddenly you receive a birthday call, and the mystery ended. And that was a well-engaging story that you have mentioned. I can truly follow your story throughout because it's very well organized. And secondly, what I like about your speech is you mentioned a key message throughout your speech in an engaging manner that people cross your path for a reason, whereby you just started off as a speech for colleague Shan, and you mentioned that. Well done on that. And how can you leverage on your key message? People cross your path. And you keep on mentioning that your leadership principle is about how you want people to treat you, is how you want to be treated. So that's your key message, I believe, because you have spelled out that's your specific purpose. And leverage it by giving a specific example, because when we mention our story, we have to let the audience understand what do you mean by that. So share with us a vivid example. A story sells with a vivid pictures. How does she has the magic to do that? How she treats you? Give us the details, the juicy details. And when we can sink into your picture, we can remember and analyze it better. And from there, we can really relate to you. Next time, I'm going to do it like that so that other people can be influenced by me. Something for you to take note. And for the second part is, I would love you to have better body language. And what do I mean by that? Body language is very important because it's like the dessert to your main dish, your content, whereby it can further emphasize on your speech content. Stand still when you are not really having a specific purpose on a speech. Move around when you really want to do that. Like, suddenly, my colleague disappeared. You want to scare the audience a bit, then just move forward. All right. And for your hand gestures, 14 years. 14 years. You know, this kind of hand gestures will make an impact to the audience and they can remember. Overall, I love your organized speech. I love your key message. And I would like to challenge you to leverage on your key message by giving specific details and of course work on your body language. Overall, nice speech, and I love the mystery that you share. We respect you to our distinguished Toastmasters.
Thank you for sharing, Huichi. That's your share. Huichi's opinion. I thought she did a good job. She gave the good, and she gave, I don't say the bad, the areas for improvement, because that's unavoidable, but human beings don't want to be told that. So we need to be told very nicely, but it needs to be considered. Thank you, Huichi. Next, to evaluate Tai Lung, I believe his evaluators online, MJ. Can I hand control over to MJ now? Thank you. Over to you, MJ.
Thank you, Siva. Okay, congratulations, Tai Lung, for completing your speech. I have to apologize because halfway during your speech, I was disconnected, but I do believe that I am able to give some insightful evaluation for your speech today. Great sharing, and I've learned a lot from you regarding YouTube, being a YouTuber. You have a good speech structure and a very clear voice that everyone can follow easily. And you also ask questions which keep the audience engaged and think about it in the beginning of your speech. And the only improvement that I would suggest is to utilize the stage, because you are in the physical meeting, which means that you can walk around and feel more comfortable and enjoy instead of standing stagnant in one spot. And one more thing to improve is also the eye contact, that maybe you could also look at the camera to engage with the audience online instead of just focusing on the physical audience. With that, I will pass back to GE, and I hope to see your improvement in your next speech, Tyler.
Thank you, MJ. Thank you for your sharing, concise sharing. Next, can we get our language policeman for the day, Paramesh, to deliver her report? Paramesh, stage is yours, Amma.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Siva. Actually, there was quite a bit, and the timer is going to be having a horrible time showing red light more than any other light. But I'm going to cut it short and not report on every flaw that was in the language. Now, for mispronunciation of words and wrongly used words, future that have not come, future that has not come. Our minds are. This takes me out of what teacher was teaching. This, I can't even correct it. I couldn't concentrate on what the teacher was teaching. Then different learning paths. Why not say 11 paths in the pathways? Speak in both lingual, speak in both languages. A mistake that I have always emphasized at Klang Bilingual is the misuse of the word Toastmaster and Toastmasters. You must know when to use Toastmaster. I am a Toastmaster. He is a Toastmaster. We are Toastmasters. We come to Toastmasters meeting. Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. So you must know where the F should be added and when to drop the F. Impromptuli. There's no such word as impromptuli. Speak impromptu. I'll move on to the satisfaction. Very unsatisfied I am. UN used it twice, Tinisha used it once, Tai Lun used it once. I wish everybody had used it. In the beginning, I said that, but unfortunately, it's such a simple word. Hui Chi, Tai Lun, and Siva. You had very good language in your speeches, and Siva, even when you did your table topics, and now I couldn't pick very obvious mistakes. So I'm not going to delve into that. Then there was the other word that you always misuse is which. If it is a person, you cannot say which. Second speaker, which is NG. She's not a thing. She's a human being, so it becomes who. So who is NG? And the other one is sweat, tears, and blood. It should be blood, tears, and sweat, or blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. What I really, the other one is 14 years back ago. 14 years ago would have been so much better. Rome was not built in a day. Joy and satisfaction are immeasurable. Wonderful words. And there was lots of nice words used by Hui Chi. I don't know whether it is a slide from TI or it was your own wordings in the slide. Thank you very much for having taught us how to evaluate Hui Chi. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Siva.
Thank you, Paramesh. Thank you. Next, can I call upon our counter for the evening, Captain Richard?
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Siva. Wow, distinguished Toastmaster Paramesh reminds me of my English teacher when I was in uni, who always told me, get out of this class. Thank you very much, distinguished Paramesh. So this is my report as an counter. So first place goes to Yongshan, who gained 15 total number of pause fillers. And her favorite crutches is and so. So you get 12 and 3 so, followed by second placer, Toastmaster Prasad, who won 6 points in total. You have 1 and 1 so, 3 you know, and a phrase of and then. Okay, and we have a tie tonight. This goes to distinguished Toastmaster Siva and our IPP, or Intermediate Past President, Juan, who gained, for Toastmaster Juan, he gained 4 so, and to distinguished Toastmaster Siva, you have 3 so and 1 you know. And the rest goes to Kameng, sorry, who has repeated words okay, followed by Toastmaster Wichi, 1 so, and 1 repeat words, 1 word okay, sorry. And for the rest, like Toastmaster Milton, Angie, Tinisa, and of course I cannot track Toastmaster Tylon because you speak so fast. And for Toastmaster MJ, you got 1 crutch, which is So to those who have not get any crutches and pause filler, job well done. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, and back to you, Toastmaster Siva. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I think I got to pay attention in my art and also after 2 years. But it's something we all do. Okay, next, the penultimate evaluator is our timekeeper, Coming. The page is yours, Coming. Can you manage all of this or can?
Oh, you want time? Okay. So I can give you a satisfying timekeeper report to meet your satisfying standard.
Okay, first of all, our meeting start at 7:30 p.m. It's on time. I think our SAA already started before that. Our president address by Biang is started at 4 p.m. 41 seconds. Use 3 minutes. Then we have an invocation by Duan. Distinguished Toastmaster Paramet, who 3 minutes. And Toastmaster of the day take in charge by Duan, 13 minutes. Then we have our table topic Then we have a special sharing section by Hui Chi. It takes 22 minutes and 10 seconds. We have table topic master by Milton, around 7 minutes, the table topic section. After that, we have a table topic evaluator by Tinesa Oi, 4 minutes, 9 seconds. Now I would like to share the time for each of the speaker for table topic. Our first speaker, Distinguished Toastmaster Sivalingam, 2 minutes, 4 seconds. Second speaker, we have Toastmaster NG, 2 minutes, 14 seconds. And our last speaker is Toastmaster Prasas, 1 minute, 50 seconds. No overtime, congratulations. And now for the prepared speech, our first speaker, Toastmaster Yongshan, 7 minutes, 19 seconds. Within the time frame. The second prepared speech speaker, Toastmaster Thailand, 6 minutes, 25 seconds. Also within the time frame, no overtime. And last section, we have speech evaluator. The first speech evaluator, our superstar Richie, 3 minutes, 32 seconds, overtime 2 seconds. And our second evaluator, Toastmaster MJ, okay, 1 minute, 15 seconds. Next, we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Parames, 4 minutes, 15 seconds. And our counter, our Captain Richard, very punctual, 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes. Then for me, timer, I take 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So did I miss anyone? No, right? Yeah, okay. Then I pass that to our GD. Thank you, John. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Taima. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me go and relocate myself here. My turn now, ladies and gentlemen. This one I have to take off the mask. Otherwise, I'll suffocate by the end of the session, I think. Let me just see. Can everyone hear me? The room, yes. What about the online people? Are you all okay? Excellent, very important. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share my thoughts on the meeting. Remember, these are my thoughts and opinions. I've got lots and lots of thoughts and opinions. Please take them as you deem appropriate. Don't take it personally. Esprit clubs, sometimes they get very sensitive because I have a lot of things to say. But these are just my thoughts. It's good to see you all again. I'm glad I could make it back finally. Got 2 weeks ago, I had to cancel at the last minute. It's a very nice meeting. I'm seeing 12 people here physically, and I see 9 people up there virtually, 21 people. That's the first time I'm seeing a virtual meeting where it's such a large total number and such an equal split between online and offline, which also presents a challenge. I've been going to a number of meetings where they are practicing hybrid. This is the second time I think I'm coming to Klang Bilingual, the second time having a hybrid meeting. I just would like to make some observations. It becomes a challenge for whoever organizes a hybrid meeting because you've got to cater for the people who are here physically and the people who are online. Because if you neglect either side, they switch off. I've been to a club where the meeting started with 10 people online. At the end of it, I think only 3 people left because they think they couldn't hear. They just shut off and they walked away, you see. So it's a challenge always. And the most important thing you have to worry about is the sound, I think. I know this picture is one thing. Now, because I'm facing you guys, I have no eye contact with the people online. So I'm not going to pick on that. That one, you need cameras and all that. May I suggest that you focus on the sound? Right now, you're giving this little thing, you're passing it from hand to hand, speaking up. You may wish to consider what I saw in 2 other clubs, where this club invested in a Jabra speaker. It's like a spaceship. It costs about $600. I got to give you all the bad news. But the strength of it is they put it in the center of the room, and nobody had to go and pass the microphone from hand to hand. You just speak normally. Even somebody like Beyong will speak normally. It gets picked up and relayed to the people online. I could just speak normally. It picks up my voice and relays it online. So you don't have this back and forth thing. It makes it smoother. And why is this important? Engagement with the people. And the second thing is, once people don't have to worry about, is my speaker there, speaker, can they hear me? Then you can worry about making eye contact using that camera. I had a tough time. So, must remember, that's the camera to look at for the online people. So it affects the overall efficiency of your communication process. So I wanted to point this out because this is a challenge for a lot of clubs I'm seeing. Something to consider. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Yeah, but just something to think about also. So what else can I say? Because at one point I had a tough time, to be honest, because when the invocator was speaking, I had a difficult time hearing. That's maybe it's my problem, or maybe it's because the invocator stood up and she was away from. So it can be complicated. I'm not blaming it, but it detracts from the overall effectiveness of the meeting. Yeah, so this is something you need to consider when you're doing a hybrid meeting. Sound is more important than vision. That's why if you notice when I was the G, I sat down over there, I couldn't see you all, but I could hear, I could focus. Sound is more important than that. So focus on getting the sound right, let everybody hear everyone else. The picture can come later. Worst come to worst, you can do without the picture also, honestly speaking. All right, what else can I say? At the attached Huichi. Okay, the other thing is, I want to comment on Huichi's presentation. It was very nicely done. I must exercise this. I'm not going to be cruel. I thought she did a good job. It was very nice. I didn't have to do my song and dance with the G, what is evaluation, because Huichi already covered it nicely. May I make one suggestion to Huichi? You had a lot of material. I think it's about 20 slides for a 15-minute presentation. Consider this. Consider next time you do a speech presentation like this or a sharing, 15 minutes, come with just 3 slides. Cut it down to 3 slides because you already have subject matter mastery. 1 slide, maybe what is evaluation, and then you just have the main points, and then you just stop. You already know the material because you're not giving them handouts, correct? So don't bother. 3 slides, each of them let them do for 5 minutes. That way, you are not driven by the slides. You are rushing to finish the points. So much so, I think you went over time. It's not true. I think it was easily came to about 20 minutes. Am I correct? I didn't hear. How many minutes was Huichi's presentation? 22 minutes. I guess that's much, So it's not wrong. You had a lot to share. But I felt thought change because I couldn't focus on it. So if you just focus 3 slides, then you can adjust accordingly. After 3 minutes, okay, 5 minutes already, green light came on. Okay, time for the next slide. So it'll be more natural because you already have subject matter mastery. Don't depend too much on slide. This is the same issue crops up online also and face to face. It's the same issue always. You are already experienced, Huichi. So cut down the slides. You know the subject, go for it. That's my thought. It's not a criticism, but I thought you could go even higher there, Huichi. I enjoyed it, by the way. Yeah, let's give her a round of applause too. So it was very nice to hear the 2 icebreakers. Tai Lun also icebreaker, is it? Okay, I'm sorry. Because I saw there it's written as level 1, project 1 ice also. So I got confused. I'm looking for guessing yours. Anyway, I think later I'm going to have a standing ovation for Yongshan, is the real icebreaker, is it? Also second speech. Because I'm reading your agenda. So I thought it's an icebreaker. Okay, no worries, it doesn't matter. You're starting your journey, both of you all share. Well done. So it's a very nice meeting. Good to see old friends and new friends, people like Captain, Natalie, Huichi, coming, just saw her the other day. Nice to see her again.
So it's nice to see all of you all face to face. Thank you so much. It's a great meeting. Thank you so much for having me. Good job and wish you all the best for the rest of the day. I'll be seeing you all around again. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, of the evening rather.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have a quick vote for your favorite evaluator. And with that, let us quickly go through these sessions, and then I'm going to pass the control over to our president to have a closing before we give out our awards ceremony. Over to you, President Biang.
Thank you very much to our Toastmaster of the evening, Jen, for doing such a wonderful job to bring up the energy level of this meeting. Please give Jen a big round of applause. First of all, I would like to thank our general evaluator for today, Siwa Lingam, for your honest and constructive feedback to our club for improvement. And I would like to also thanks to all the role players for today for your dedicated job. Because of you, we can make our meeting today happen successfully. And my special thanks goes to our distinguished Toastmaster Parames for helping us to conduct an inspiring invocation sessions today. Thank you very much. And my special thanks also goes to our sharing speaker today, Hui Chi. Thank you for your effort to prepare these sessions. I believe it is not easy to prepare these sessions, evaluate to elevate. Thank you for your effort to help our members to learn evaluations today. And before we move on to award sessions, I would like to make announcement for our next event. Our next event is on next Wednesday. Can I have a Zoom master to put up the slide for our next event? Our next event is a session that you should not miss. It is a panel discussion sessions. The moderator for these sessions is our sharing speaker today, Hui Chi. The title for this panel discussions is Level Up Your Career Through Toastmasters. And these sharing sessions, there will be 3 to 4 panelists. They will be sharing how they benefit from this Toastmaster platform and how this Toastmaster has helped them in their career. So I believe everyone will definitely benefit from these sessions, and we welcome everyone, including guests, to join us for these sessions. All right. And our next regular meeting will be on 17th of August. So for the coming next 2 Wednesday, we also have meeting. So we hope to see everyone in our next meeting. With that, I shall now hand over the control to our Toastmaster of the evening for award presentation sessions. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Now, you would like to know who is our all-time favorite speakers, starting with our table topic session, table topic speakers. Waiting for the slides. And the best table topic goes to Rasa. Congratulations, Rasa. And our president will hand over your gift. Now moving on to our best prepared speaker goes to Yongshan, congratulations, Yongshan. And with that, we have our best evaluator going to our superstar Hui Chi. Congratulations, superstar. And now presenting our appreciation to our special speaker again, Hui Chi. Now, let's not forgetting a very important role today, General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmasters Siwa. Thank you, Siwa.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, the time is not early, although the night is still young. So, I hope you have enjoyed the meeting as much as I do. Okay, so I'm wishing you a good night and we will see you next week and another week. See you next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you coming. Hope you guys enjoy again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Really enjoyed
Yeah.
myself.
You can come next time too. Really welcome. You just
I
contact
will-
me.
Sure,
Thanks,
I will try. You have
everyone.
my number, and if anything, if you need any evaluators or anything, then we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice meeting. I can only see the online. I can't really see the other people. So I saw Diti and Paramesh give a very deep, deep
Can I end the meeting?
Barbarian.
Normally they want to interact.
Yeah.
I think the recording is still going on.
Yeah. Anyone can stop the recording. Hello. Recording is can stop the recording.
The meeting can go on.
Hello.
Forgotten the online people.
Yeah. Hi, the recording haven't stopped yet. Anyone can stop the recording? I don't think they hear
Never
us.
mind. Okay, it's okay. Just go off. Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Good night. See you.
Night,
Bye
everyone. Bye.
Yeah. See you, Parabase. Coming. Thank you for coming. Yeah. The recording haven't stopped yet. Anyone can stop the recording?
Take care.